The perspective of the bay flow retarding downward, and, though break, generally has concerned lot expert in latter year. Several believed how the would reason a fast cool about the planet in resultant world havoc. Researchers say a slower present will conduct less than warmth downward to the profound ocean's importance more than will come the ambience. It concentrated on a flash crash of the amok inflicted by world heating guideline to a fatal chilly and the dawn of a new ice year. So lot for Hollywood, the fact onto the appropriate writer of the new research is really various. This reply of our job is no to both of them. Instead of Professor Ting and his associate include restored which's happened in the stream of the amok above the history 70 year. They found a nature design in declines, plain periods and increases above the many decades. He's a strong sea present how is portion of the amok and it fluid of the Bay of Mexico, about Florida and up on the east shore of the US, up across the Atlantic to Ireland, the UK and Europe. For many decades we've believed how the bay flow and the amok were love a gigantic hot water supply bottling, compliance Europe and the East US hot in the winter. He's believed how the effect was as lot as 5C, compliance London and West Europe far less than common cold rather than say components of Canada that are at the identical breadth. But the new research indicates how the amok acting a far more than essential part as a large world warmth allocation framework rather than it does in compliance Europeans toasty. It plant love the hot water of tropic regions are transferred up to the polar Atlantic wherever the present sinks them profound in the oceans, in radiator water later back southward in their place. While the amok present moves more rapid, more than of the warmth how is captured in our ambience of the flaming of fossil embers is undertaken and saved up to 1,500 meter under the shallow of the sea. While it slows downward, less than warmth is isolated in the seas and so our Earth's shallow temperature growth. While the amok was at a minimal among 1975 and 1998, more than warmth introduced the ambience and world temperature slowly went up. While the present begun to speed of the medium 1990s to the previous 2000s, and plunge more than warmth it coincided in a as-called slowing in the step of world heating. Now the authors say how the big decrease is amok stream with 2004 tool less than warmth departure in the water and more than in the airborne, guideline to high world temperature. And how is potential to go on? It is hard to forecast changes, told Professor Ting. Yet by the script how hothouse gas coercion hasn't modified lot, it would be compared to the heating in how time of 1975 to 1998, if lightly reduce, but he's compared. How's hardly on to the research. We believe how the decrease of amok is achieving the minimal and if story repetition, we will believe the one will recent on too many decades. Wherever we include straight measurements, such as off the shore of Florida, the measurements down there include squashed with 2011. In the northern Atlantic it is yet decreasing. Time the water of the polar Atlantic will certainly cold as a outcome of changes in the stream. The expert says he's potential how the UK will see extended impacts of environment changing above the following 20 year onto the research. This air temperature globally will be heating and down there's no obstacle for how so down there when be lot cool in the UK, you will perhaps yet see the regular world heating, told Professor Ting.